Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to build this 1/400 scale Terminal 6 for your model airport. I hope you enjoy it.
Before we get started with the project, let's review some of the tools that we're going to need to complete this project. First of all, paper. You need to print all the different pieces for the specific project you're working on. You can use cardstock or you can use photo paper. You want something that is very heavy and thick. Cardstock works very nice, but I prefer using photo paper because the quality is better, the images are sharper and nicer. Uh, but again, you can use cardstock, it works pretty well. When you set up your printer, you want to set it up to the highest quality possible. And a lot of the printers, you go to preferences and then it shows you a bunch of, regular paper, photo paper, whatever. Always select photo paper, and then depending on the photo paper you're using, whether it's glossy or matte, then you set the printer accordingly. Also, if you're printing on cardstock, still use the photo paper setting. Photo paper in this case will be photo paper matte. On some of the buildings that you're going to be building, if they have a lot of glass, what I do is I print that on glossy paper, but most of the stuff I use the matte because it's going to be like cement or brick or whatever, so you don't want that thing to be all nice and glossy. So make sure that whichever one you choose to use, set it to photo and the highest quality possible. Next, we have to cut the paper, all the different pieces. So for that, I usually use an X-Acto knife. Be careful. These things are very, very sharp. For certain projects also you need a pair of scissors to cut some corners and stuff. It's a lot easier to do it with scissors. And then to guide you in the cutting, a nice ruler. I again prefer metal rulers because you don't have the problem with the blade kind of going in there if it's plastic or something like that. So get your ruler and get your cutting utensils. When it comes to gluing the whole thing together, I like to use contact cement. These are two of the ones that I use. I use a lot of them. Again, if you don't want to use these, that's okay. Anything that works for you. And in certain occasions, I have been using lately a stick glue. So again, whatever works for you, try the different ways and see, what works better for you. Also, I like to have around a marker. Sometimes you need to mark certain things or cover when you fold things, if it's black and then the fold is white, then you put the marker to cover that. And also once in a while you'll see me using a little bit of tape because if I'm putting something together and it's kind of small, the tape gives it a little bit more reinforcement. So anyways, this is basically what I use for doing these projects. Let's go ahead and get started. So here we're going to build the terminal module number 6. For this particular project, you're going to need to build 3 of these to put them to take care of all the airplanes and stuff. 2 of them will be built with the ends clean, and the last module is going to have the I'll call it the end cap, and I'll show you how to set that up. So you're going to need to print 3 of these and 1 of these. So before we get started, I just want to explain to you how do I do my cutting. I usually like to cut from the outside to the inside, and then I turn outside to inside, turn outside to inside, so on and so forth. There are 2 types of cuts in here. One is called the score, and the other one is just a regular cut. The score is a very, very thin, very little pressure you put on the blade to cut it. That's just to make sure that when you do the folding, you get a nice, very crisp line. So for example, I can do in this corner here, very, very light. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on it. Very, very light, just go over. And what happens is when you make the cut, I mean, when you make the fold, it comes out very nice and sharp. Okay, so let's start again from the outside to the inside. I see that I have a score line that's going to pretty much score everything, but also from here to here and from here to here is going to be a cut. So it's a combination. So I line up in this case with this. I always line up with black lines, not with the red lines. Line up here and line up with the same line over there. First, again, I do my score, very light, and then I do the cut from here out and from here just until there. Nothing in here. So if I go in, there's nothing else in here. So I could turn it from here. Same thing, I got a cut and a score. This is a really easy one. So we do score, and then we do a cut, and then we do a cut. And this one has also a score here. And a cut. And you want, you know what? I believe no, I'm good. I thought I had missed something. Same thing here. You do the score. The cut. And the cut. And now here again, score. So that pretty much should be it. What I like to do is check my folds, make sure that I got the scores correctly. So fold, 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 and fold. So everything looks good. Let's go ahead real quick and cut the end side. Again, this one is a really, really easy one. Just basically a square cut. So just line up your lines. Straight cut. So now I got all my pieces. Let's go ahead and put them together. What we're going to do is we're going to take these two tabs, fold them inside and glue them to the sides. And then we're going to bring in these little tabs, close it in, glue these guys together. So let's go ahead and put some glue here. These folds give it a little bit of strength because now you have the double thickness of the paper. Plus it keeps it from curling up. Now that's done, again, I flip these two and I flip these two. put some glue in here, glue in here, and then glue in here. Same on the other side. And now I bring them in. I like to use my thumb to align the corners here. You know, make sure that the corners are good. So again, with my thumb, I feel the corner right there. Do the corner there. You see? Get it all glued in. Like I said, you have to build 2 of these. That's gonna have the size. And then the last one, which we're gonna make it this one. Then what you do is you glue the end cap So the easiest thing to do is this is the bottom, is to bring it here to touch the bottom here and then up. And just line it up. And that gives you the end unit. The module for terminal 6 with